covering every county. This is your statewide newscast. Arkansas Today.
Following breaking news out of North Arkansas today, 3 men have escaped from the Sharp County Jail. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for Arkansas Today. I am Aaron Nolan.
And I'm Mallory Brooks. According to area-wide media, these 3 inmates were discovered missing during a check around 7:30 this morning. Take a good look at the men. They are looking for Randall Sledge, Christopher Frey, and Robert Pollard.
Yeah, right now authorities don't know where they're going, but the men may have connections to Horseshoe Bend and the Conway area that's in Faulkner County. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Sharp County Sheriff's Office.
And more breaking news, this out of Northwest Arkansas, a tragic story there where police say a teacher and 8 children have been taken to the hospital after being hit by a car this morning. It happened in Pea Ridge, which is in Benton County. 8 of the 9 victims suffered were taken to the hospital. According to police, the teacher was pushing a stroller with multiple children in it when she was hit. Again, 1 teacher, 8 children hit by a car. We will continue to follow this story throughout the newscast. 1 person is dead after a crop duster crash in eastern Arkansas. The Arkansas Department of Emergency Management says it happened this morning north of Wheatley in St. Francis County. The plane went down in a field off Highway 78. It's unclear at this time what caused the crash. The victim has not been identified.
The father of a 5-year-old Camden girl and his live-in girlfriend are facing charges after the child was found malnourished, neglected, and forced to eat salt. Arkansas Today's Charmaine Narrow spoke to police who say it's one of the worst cases they've ever seen.
We have all been just devastated by this. You just don't think about this happening in your hometown.
The city of Camden has a population of around 13,000.
But it's a small community. It's very close.
And on Tuesday, many living in this small town still in shock after hearing disturbing news involving the maltreatment of a 5-year-old girl.
Little girl was brought into the emergency room complaining of her neck hurting.
The girl said she had fallen down the stairs, but doctors noticed she was severely malnourished, hungry, thirsty, and had extreme levels of sodium in her system.
When the nursing staff seen how malnourished she was, they even used the phrase bony, they contacted us.
The girl told doctors her parents were feeding her spoonfuls of salt with meals. Investigators said her sodium levels were so high, she was at risk of dying of salt poisoning.
This was a 5-year-old little girl that weighed 30 pounds. That's unheard of.
Police immediately started to search for the girl's father, Antoine Davidson, and his live-in girlfriend, Janisha Moore.
I just don't understand why a parent would want to do that to a child, to their own child.
While police officials say a social media post on their Facebook page led to the arrest of both Davison and Moore, they're still working to get justice for this little girl.
We're just bound and determined we're going to see her through this and make sure the consequences are paid.
That was Charmaine Narrow reporting. Both the child's father and his girlfriend are scheduled to appear in court today. They face attempted murder, domestic battery, and permitting abuse of a minor charge. A little bit of developing news, need a clarification.
That's right. We continue to follow this story out of Pea Ridge. We brought you at the beginning of the newscast where we told you about 8 children hit by a car plus the teacher at Pea Ridge. We now know that 2 of those have been taken to the hospital. 9 hit total, but 2 have been hospitalized at this point. Again, the teacher was pushing a stroller with multiple children in that stroller and was hit by a car. Again, we will continue to follow this story. Now to the city of Conway, where 3 teens face child endangerment charges after police say they used a taser to scare a 1-year-old. A warning, the video you're about to see is disturbing. The child's mother says a girl was babysitting Monday night when it happened. It was caught on Snapchat video. In it, you see 1 teen using the taser close to the child who tries to get away. Another teen later slaps the child in the back of the head. In both videos, the babysitters are laughing.
I just can't believe that someone would do that. They do need to go to jail, but I hope someone really talks to them, they get some counseling.
The baby was taken to the hospital. We are told she is expected to be okay.
This story is straight out of a movie. A call for help not going unanswered this morning in Northwest Arkansas and Fayetteville. Police and fire responded to a 36-year-old man stuck in the sewer located at Block and 5th. A woman walking in the area heard someone banging in the sewer and told her husband that a man was yelling for help.
My wife found the sewer hole ajar and was discovered somebody banging in there, and so it got me, and he started cussing at me and yelling for help. I wasn't going to go down there when he was cussing at me, so I called 911.
The man was taken out of the sewer safely with no injuries. You can see him there in the video. He was later taken to the Salvation Army. Today, Supreme Court Justice nominee Brett Kavanaugh will be back on Capitol Hill.
He's set to meet with Senators Orrin Hatch and Lindsey Graham. He continues to make his rounds with senators ahead of his confirmation hearings. Kavanaugh is seeking to build GOP support to help promote his chances of becoming the next Supreme Court justice. Both of Arkansas's Republican senators are likely yes votes on Kavanaugh.
I think we should always be looking for Supreme Court justices who recognize that their job is to apply and interpret the law, not to make the law. I suspect that's the kind of judge that Justice Kavanaugh would be.
He's really unique in the sense he's literally a guy that has millions of documents attributed to him. And so at the end of the day, I think we'll be in a situation where the Senate and the public really do know a lot about this individual, and right now I'm pleased with the pick.
No word yet when Judge Kavanaugh's confirmation hearing will begin.
Arkansas Medical Marijuana Commission formally naming the state's first cultivation licenses. They're going to the original top 5 scorers. It was announced in February. Allegations of conflicts of interest and bribery stalled the process for months. Commissioners say they're working to restore public trust and get medical marijuana to patients as soon as possible. Looking ahead to tomorrow, former Presidents George W. Bush and Bill Clinton will speak with presidential leadership scholars here in Little Rock. The 59-person group consists of doctors, vets, attorneys, and educators from around the country. There are already 181 scholars around the globe. The program begins at 4:30 at the Clinton Center. I'm sure there's going to be quite a few laughs between those two guys.
Plastic straws are slowly becoming a thing of the past. This week, Starbucks announcing they're phasing out plastic straws at all of their stores by 2020.
Yeah, but there's an Arkansas business that's a step ahead. In Northwest Arkansas, this business is ahead of that straw curve. Fayetteville restaurant, The Farmer's Table, has tried to reduce its carbon footprint since it opened 4 years ago. The straws are made of local corn products, and you don't get one unless you ask.
We try to strive to support our economy and to support the community, and using eco-friendly products helps do that, and it helps support our farmers as well.
Carol says they still give kids straws if they need them, but for the most part, customers are fine not using straws at all.
Listen up, Kroger shoppers. I think that's everybody, right? A scam is circling the internet offering $250 off a shopping trip. The store problem is it's not from Kroger. Kroger issued a statement saying it's working to address the issue and recommends customers steer clear of that bogus coupon.
You can see the many new additions at the Little Rock Zoo this weekend for just $1. The annual Highland Dairy Dollar Day starts Saturday morning. Gates open at 9 o'clock. Always brings a lot of people out to the zoo. Packed. Not only is admission $1, though, you can also get Highland Dairy treats for $1. Parking is free.
Because this is the 9th year of our partnership with Highland Dairy, this represents about $600,000 worth of sponsorship that Highland Dairy has committed to Little Rock Zoo over the 9 years.
And there's still time to name the new baby gorilla at the zoo. That's right, you get to pick it. You can choose from Sangha, Bukavu, and Azingo. There's a link to vote on the zoo's website.
Let's go, Azingo.
Oh, cute little